It was summer of 1920 and the streets of Boston buzzed with excitement. Men in suits and women in long skirts crowded around newspaper stands talking about one man, Charles Ponzi. You could feel it, starting with the way he kept saying that he had cracked the code. That he had found a way to beat the system, that he could double your money in 90 days. But what most people did not know was this, that Ponzi wasn't a genius. He was a dreamer, a hustler, a man with a smile too wide to be trusted. And that story, his story, would become the blueprint for all the lies we still fall for today. This is the story of how Ponzi scheme began. Now, let me tell you about Carlo Pietro Giovanni Guglielmo Tebaldo Ponzi. Yes, that was his full name. He was born in Lugo, Italy in 1882. He wasn't rich, he wasn't poor, he was just ambitious. He sailed to America in 1903, like many others, with just $2.50 in his pocket and a bag of dreams in his heart. Isn't that what they call the American dream? He tried everything from dishwashing to typing and hustling. He actually got caught once for forging a check and he spent time behind bars in Canada. But then the dreamer in him could never let go of the dreams, which is to strike big. Then one day he discovered international reply coupons, IRC. He found out that he could buy them cheap in Italy, exchange them for stamps in US and sell them at a profit. Was it legal? Technically. But was it scalable? Not really. Well, Ponzi didn't care. All he smelled was opportunity, or at least the illusion of it. So he went about telling people, give me your money and I'll give you a 50% returns in 45 days. He rented an office, hired agents, printed flyers, but then he didn't actually do much coupon trading. And the money, they rolled in. People lined up around the block. And what he was actually doing was using the money from the new investors to pay the old investors. It looked like magic, and like all great illusions, it grew too fast to be contained. At his peak, Ponzi made over $250,000 in a day. He bought a mansion, rolled around in a limousine, and the newspapers called him a financial wizard. But behind the curtains was chaos. No real business, just cash changing hands. And as you may have guessed, it all came crashing down in August of 1920. He got arrested and was charged with 7 federal charges, and he served his time. Well, he died almost blind, broke and alone in Brazil, and they buried him in a pauper's grave. But his scheme, oh my goodness, it outlived him. Now, years may have passed, but I still see the same script, just different actors. In the late 90s and early 2000s, a man named Bernie Madoff